don't know if he came in and kicked in the door, or like walked up in
No,
there
he
like he
didn't.
had a kid or
No,
something. Like if he did that, yeah, that's trespassing.
What he did was he knocked on the door. He asked them about applications because his son, little Joey,
so they opened the door.
Yes, they let him
open the door. That's not trespassing.
They didn't, but he said, "Hey, where are all the kids?" And they said, "Well, there aren't any kids here." Which legally, no, they don't have to show him children. But the way they acted was so damn suspect, it was ridiculous. Anybody who has children that's been to any daycare, if you're asking for an application or if they have any questions, usually they're going to give you a business card. Hey, take my card. You know, we can walk you through the place at another time. Right now, it's not the best time. It's nap time. It's whatever. They didn't say anything like that. What are you doing here? Why are you here? He said, well, I'm doing a documentary because I'm trying to find a daycare for my son, little Joey. Little Joey needs a daycare, and we're just going around interviewing different daycares. Well, why are you here? Well, you guys appear to be a daycare. And he's done this at several different areas. Hey, I'm looking for a daycare for my son, little Joey. How is that considered trespassing? If that's the case, I've trespassed all over the damn city and a few others. You know what I mean? Like if we're looking, you know, if you have children and you're looking to go into a school and you want to talk to some people about that school, why is that considered trespassing? Because this school is viewed as fraudulent. I don't know.
So I'm checking the comments too. So one, if that is what happened and they opened the door, that's not trespassing. That is them open. Now he may have been there on false pretenses. That may be true, but it's not trespassing because they opened the door. Number two, we talk, and I think this might be a good, like its own thing. Is what is the face of journalism? And so I know that. I mean, I don't know if it sound if like I said, I didn't see the video, but if he said he has a little Joey, he doesn't have a kid, then technically he would be lying. So
yeah, but bottom line is that
however, them opening the door is not trespassing. Like that's
if you have a place where you're keeping children and you're doing educational things, there is things put in place for visitors. There is procedures, right? Think about all the mass shootings and all the different stuff that's happened. You don't think that there's a lot of procedures put in place for people when they have visitors or whatever, or how they need to handle things? Listen, my kid ain't staying at none of them damn daycares.
The states usually do. They have to. So that would be a thing too. If he signed into the books, they do usually have like visitors books and like stuff like that. Even if you come to like check out a place, I'm pretty sure the schools do this too. Like if you come up to a school, they open that door.
You gotta sign
in. Somebody, you gotta sign in and give them I think it's like your driver's license, your name and stuff like that. But my thing is like there was a question about about being a journalist, and so
what that have to do with anything?
Well, the question is, he's basically doing investigative journalism, right? By bringing up something that doesn't necessarily pertain to him. If he doesn't have a kid, this does not pertain to him. It pertains to him because then he's doing investigative journalism. Kind of like when people go and report something, like they're not involved in it. They're involved in it because they're doing investigative journalism. So that's why this is relevant.
Right.
The question, my question for y'all, drop some drip in the comment. Let me know. Do we believe that journalism has a face? Do we believe that journalism can only come from like a big network, or can anyone do, or is there some level of regulation that should consider investigative journalism? Because I think some of this debate that's going to also come out of not just like daycare regulation, and we can talk about this another time, but like is daycare regulation, but I think investigative like journalism might end up being under fire for this if that is actually a concern. So,
but this is just more goalpost moving, because at the end of the day, legacy media is lazy as hell. Fraud has been running rampant in Minnesota for as long as they saying it go back 10 years, Jim. They said go back 10
That's
plus
what I mean.
years.
They said it happened with Biden administration.
So
they do know that. They did say that.
So
they didn't say it was true. They said they have cases.
Why wasn't it a hot button conversation? Why is this not like?
So you want to hold? Do you want to hold Tim Walz accountable? And yes, Joe, you're right. Independent journalism is the only real journalism left. So you agree, Joe, that Doesn't
Yeah,
it's not that you have to do that. Okay, understood.
because we can't listen to these puppets as being handed their news. Like, these
Ah.
people don't even leave the buildings no more and go interview people. They're being handed stories. No one
Okay,
goes out
hold
to any
on.
real journalism
This
anymore.
is a good one. This is a good one. So Eric is saying that you have to have two verified sources. Now you going into college type of verification of sources. It's interesting in this day and age. And like I said, hey, Play Name, we should do a whole show on this because historically, what this says here, from a like an actual research and analysis, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right with those things. However, in 2026, public opinion and having a source of truth that you can say this, like show that this is real, a lot of times is all that people need. So it's interesting. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying
Yeah.
this right here is the college, like how you're talking college of what that means. I'm
Oh
not
no,
disagreeing with
this
it.
no,
However,
this
this is
is
like,
valid.
yeah, like very
Early
bad.
2000s. This is what he just said is valid. Early 2000s, early 2010s even. For some reason, emotions trumps all of this shit now. It don't even matter about verified sources. The source is I feel like this. That's the new source now. So at the
And
end of
this
the
is
day,
why right
though,
here, Bud Russell is, and this is actually why too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like this right here is actually why that standard we just talked about has kind of like the we should do this. So I don't want to go too far off on that, but I do want to acknowledge I understand what you're saying with that.
Nah.
But
No, what he's
this
saying
I
is
think the
real.
standards
I
in
don't disagree.
2026 kind of, what I'm saying, has flipped the change. So let's go
Because
back to let's go back to
we
Tim
can't trust
Walz.
we can't trust our regular news anymore. And that's why this is happening. This is because everyone's going rogue now. So I get it.
So let's go back to Tim Walz, right? Like, so CNN even just said, hey, they know that there's been other instances that are not Nick, right? That
Yeah.
this has been an issue.
He's
And
not the
so
first.
he's not the first. I don't know where the other ones came from. That obviously y'all just saw the video I just saw, right? They're
Shit,
not
we got
saying that
another
those
one. We got one in Columbus right now, running rampant, running around interviewing people and pissing people off. He's the next Nick Shirley. They're popping up everywhere because people are simply tired of being fed bullshit news because you're
well,
not touching on anything.
it also just daycare costs so much, and if it's being supplemented with government funding, people, another reason why I know people kind of feel like they have a dog in the fight is that if they pay money into state or federal taxes and that's where the money is being funneled in, they feel that they have a dog in the fight. So
I see the glow from your screen, late night, fingers dance, they spark, ignite.